she did. Yes, she did. Okay, everybody. Yeah, she's here. By the way, this is your second visit to this show. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that.
Good to be back.
Sensitive Skin won 4 Canadian Screen Awards this year and the only Canadian scripted series to earn a 2015 Emmy nomination. Because
We're bringing it home.
we're bringing it home. Because you said to me earlier this morning on Chum FM, this is your baby.
It is my baby.
This is so cool. How did this whole thing come about?
Well, it started about 8 years ago. It was a long gestation period. And it was really just following my instincts, which have really been so great for me my whole life, of saying, this is the job I want to take, this is the people I want to work with. And this was a long process to find really great collaborators. And I found them here in my hometown, one of my hometowns.
One of your hometowns. So what I like is what you're talking about. Women of a certain age go through a lot of things, and Davina goes through some things. And the way that they're portrayed on other TV shows, and I'll let you take it from there, is a little, it's the same stuff, but this is different.
Well, I think that the characters, you know, for women my age are usually...
We can say our age.
Our age. We're constantly bonding, you know, I love that. And women should. You know, that was the great thing about Sex and the City, is women coming together and telling stories about what it is to be a woman. And I felt that there just was nothing out there talking to my age group. And eventually, you know, if you're lucky enough, you'll get to be this age and older.
Yeah.
And I wanted to tell stories about that because I feel that what's out there is either super women or super victims, you know. Why not have a woman in a half-hour comedy, dark comedy, but half-hour comedy, going through the challenges that I'm facing? And why not illuminate that and make that the story? That I felt was really fresh and very interesting.
What challenges could Kim Cattrall possibly be facing? Because we think you have it all.
You know, that's the misconception, you know. I think the biggest challenge is change.
Yeah.
And how you're perceived, and that you still have something to say. You have a story to tell. And also to keep growing. I mean, the scariest thing to be is this age and to people think that you have it all, because you don't. It's impossible. You know, there's always one element that you're searching for or trying to reclaim or giving up. That's part of the dance of life, really. And you have to embrace that. And I think I needed to challenge and exercise and reflect in my work some of the things that were happening for me as a woman, and to use humor to access that. That was very important, because we have to laugh, especially at friggin' aging.
Yeah. Me too. And I applaud that.
And the answer is not in a tube of face cream.
No.
It really isn't, and it's not in a dermatologist's chair. That will make you feel good for a while. And I'm not against that.
Yeah.
But ultimately, it's inside that has to change. And the realization that the next 20 years, 30 years, I want to be vital. I want to still keep learning. I want to take chances. I want to be brave and courageous, but also kind of be vulnerable too. I mean, that for me, in the work that I've been able to do in this series, is to play a character who doesn't have all the answers, who's not Samantha Jones, who doesn't just live on, you know, cake and champagne. Although that's nice occasionally, you know. But what is really going on for this character, and how can I access that? How can people reflect on their own lives? Because when I'm invested in a television show, even in a fantastical way, that's a show that means something to me.
Let's talk about the time that you go to the store to get some paint.
Yes.
And the comment that was made, which I love.
Well, I recently bought a house on Vancouver Island, which is where I grew up. I'm lucky enough to be able to do that close to my family. And I'm also finding cycles in my life now at this area, at this time, because I started out there and now I'm coming back there, and I'm coming back to,
home. Yeah.
Yes, to Canada, to England, to my roots, and really discovering more about myself. And I went into a paint shop because one of the first things I wanted to do with my house was to paint it. And there was a woman there who was helping me. She said, I just, you know, we were going through the transaction of buying the paint. And she said to me, can I just tell you something? And I thought, oh, here's Sex and the City. I know, because everybody loves it, as I do. And she said, I just want to tell you that sensitive skin is the best Canadian. She stopped herself. She said, no, It's the best show I've ever seen.
That's so nice. Yay on both counts.
And I think what she meant about that was that it was really a show about something that she could not just relate to, but it was showing a side of being Canadian. That wasn't moose heads and Canadian bacon, and it wasn't those things. Toronto in our series is a character.
It's a character.
We're wanting to just kind of show and illustrate what a woman of this age living in Toronto, being a Canadian, what her life is like.